to the broadcast. Time to get to some Texas football conversation. By the way, it was some pictures that ended up being, I don't know if they were leaked, but I saw them on social media come across my timeline of them painting the field over at DKR with
Saw
the
that.
SEC
Saw
logo.
that.
You saw that too? Yeah, see? Yeah, it brought a smile to everybody's face. They're like, oh, that's nice. That feels good.
Well,
Because it's official now.
well, you
Yeah.
know that it
Well,
was
not official,
well,
but it's
well,
becoming official.
so when Texas got eliminated from the Big 12 tournament of baseball, that was
Was that
it.
the last? That
That
was the
was
last of
that was the
sports?
last scheduled Big 12 thing.
Okay, so now, yeah, you're in the postseason. That's not a Big 12
It's no longer Big 12.
sanctioned
That's
postseason.
NCAA. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're now officially done with any Big 12 stuff.
Sports.
Yeah, you're now. I mean, now you could play a Big 12 team again.
Damn, they didn't waste any time too. They like, nah, we're gonna do it immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh, y'all lost. Y'all lost on Thursday.
Like,
By Friday, we're
we
good.
we're painting the field, and that's a great point. I mean, they probably did that within 24 hours of the Texas baseball team losing. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they
We're
had
done?
it. They probably
Okay,
had
let's
it
go.
planned before then.
I'm
But
sure- well, they,
I don't know. Yeah,
they probably playing like they're right for whenever they lose officially, and they're done. They're like, all right, we're gonna do it. But still, the urgency, like, no, as soon as they're done, we're gonna
As soon
make
as
sure
they're
within
done.
24 hours of our last sport playing in the Big 12, we are moving on. Official. So it's not. I don't think. I think it's like in June or July. I think it becomes like official. I gotta go look at
Yeah.
the date where we like the end of it. But now, they like you said, they no longer play any Big 12 sports.
Yes. Like
So they did. Yeah.
if softball were to win a national championship, they would win it as Big 12, a Big 12 team. However, so they would, which is fine. You go out on winning
which is
edge.
fine.
Yeah,
It's our national title. We don't care about that.
yeah,
but,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But they
Big
would.
12 is gonna brag about it.
Big 12 will
Like
brag about it. So that
they'll
is the
brag
case.
about
You're
it.
still technically in the Big 12, but you will not have any more scheduled Big 12 games ever again.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Texas done the Big 12. And it's got, listen, I'm not one of those people that hates the Big 12 or anything like that. Actually, I got a lot of, in terms of I'm not talking about leadership. I'm just talking about the conference.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the football ecosystem of the Big 12. Been very complimentary of it. The leadership of the Big 12 with, was it BB and then Bowlesby, that has left a lot to be desired. There's no doubt. And that's why Texas ultimately is leaving. Now, I think actually with Brett Yarmark, they actually got good leadership.
Yeah.
In the Big 12. I like Brett Yarmark a lot. But the truth is, for Texas underachieved in the Big 12. Texas left about 4 or 5 Big 12 titles. And by the way, I'm raising my hand because I include that as well. I was on some of those teams that disappointed and underachieved. Should have won. I should at least won one Big 12. I never won one. Won 11 games twice, but never won a Big 12 title. And our teams, trust me, were good enough to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's what the Big 12, that's what your era in the Big 12 and kind of the legacy of Texas in the Big 12, unfortunately, I think it's football-wise, more football here. Legacy of more disappointment than achievement, I would say, for Longhorn fans. Because you should have won more. We should have. I say you. I should have did. I should have won more Big 12 titles. We should have won more Big 12 titles. Texas should have won more Big 12 championships. But you won the first one, you won the last one, and Sark's like, I did my part.
Hey, I'll tell you, the school as a whole was making a run for it at the end there, trying to get as many as they could.
They got 15 conference championships, which you could not have timed that better. And Texas might be embarking on a golden era just of Texas sports, period. Going into the SEC, it's a perfect time to do it. We'll see if that golden era still continues, going to the highest level of competition. But with the NIL being what it is, and transfer portal, and the changing landscape of college sports, and revenue sharing coming up, sooner than you think in the next couple of years, all those things help Texas. Like it's not, none of the changes happening actually hurt Texas. And this is a few schools that are in that. I think that same that they're in that same conversation with Texas, where these changes are doing nothing but helping them. But it's still the separation of the have and the have-nots, and they're part of the haves, and they're going to continue to have even more with the changing landscape, the new framework of college sports. So, glad Texas is done with their time in the Big 12 officially. All right, let's get to this list. This is from ESPN. So ESPN did what they call the newcomer rankings. So they looked at the 2024 transfer portal class and the 2024 recruiting class for all the different teams in college football. And then they came up with their own ranking combined, the newcomer rankings, the guys who are going to be new to your team. And remember, Texas had a ton of early enrollees, probably a historic amount of early enrollees for the program. So they got a lot of new faces. And the ESPN ranking here has Texas as the number 1 team in their newcomer rankings. They got, because Texas had number 5 recruiting class, and when you look at the transfer portal class that Texas has, I believe they had 6 of the top 50 transfer portal players in terms of the ranking. I believe it was 6 out of the top 50 in their transfer portal ranking. So for Texas, big number. Oh, I take it back, 5. It was a 5. It was 5. It was 5. It was 6 of the top 150. So 6 of the top 150, 5 of the top 50 2024 transfer portal recruits. So I'm not sure what the ranking is of Texas there, but I'm sure that puts them at least in the top 10. And then you got a top 5 recruiting class. So a lot expected of the newcomers for Texas this season. And that's part of the depth of this group. And even the newcomers that are coming, Ryan Wingo, we talk about him. I don't know how you keep him off the field. Colin Simmons is another young guy that's supposed to add to this really talented edge group. I think he's a guy that's definitely going to end up seeing the field as a freshman. I don't know how you keep him away, considering how naturally gifted he is, just coming off of the edge. I think the newcomers in the transfer portal, hell, I think all those guys are going to try to contribute.
I mean, everyone in the
Niblack,
anyone in the interior D line, they're all playing.
All the D tackles, all the D tackles are going to play. Right, all the wide receivers are going to play. Yeah. Isaiah Bond, Golden, Bolden, they're all going to play. I mean, I think all of us transfer. And that Javion Cole, they just brought him in the corner. They just lost Terrence Brooks. That dude's going to play. I really don't see Trey Moore's going to play. I mean, they bring in a transfer portal guy that we don't expect to really have an impact. I think all of them are going to have impacts. That's the transfer portal guys. And like I said, I think there are 2 or 3 freshmen, Colin Simmons, Ryan Wingo, I'm trying to think of who else, that will, I think, be impactful freshmen.
There could be a running back.
There could be a running back in there. I agree with doing that too. Yeah, one of those young backs. So I don't know which. I like that the young tight end they have there. Was it Jordan Washington? I think is his name. He looked good too, but I don't know if he's going to help you at tight end this year. But I think all of the transfer portal acquisitions are going to be immediate impact guys. I think that was the whole purpose for Sark. They're only bringing in guys via the transfer portal. They're going to help them right away. It's like free agency. Why would you waste that on Sark didn't like projects.
No, he's recruiting his projects.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't like projects in the portal. He's like, no. In the portal, he wants proven commodities in the portal, not projects.
Yeah, that's like Makuba is a perfect example of a proven commodity in the portal.
yeah, exactly. And that's another guy.
Trey Young.
He's going to help you too. Trey Moore.
Trey Moore, sorry.
You're right about that. All those guys. So I think that's kind of what starts going. That's why, and because I guess we're going back to you pay. We talked about this when we had the 247 Sports article that talked to coaches and agents behind the scenes, and then gave a dollar value, a dollar range to certain positions in the NIL market. And I mean, think about that. If we could get that, really, and maybe I'll do this. We go behind the burn orange curtain a little bit. And look at those dollar ranges, those figures, those financial figures, what every position was worth in the NIL market, and think about what Texas just got.
Yeah.
Right? They got those wide receivers, how much they said they were worth, like between 75,000 and 300,000. They said the defensive line were between like 100,000 and 300,000. I mean, that's Texas, think about that and then add that up. We're going to do that.
Hey,
we're going to add up like averages. I'll add it up for you.
They're all in, man.
Remember those numbers? I'm going to go back and do that. We'll do that, actually. I'll have some fun and do that. It's Friday. Hell, I'm going to go back and I'll try to give
Friday.
you like
Let's do math.
Yeah. Hey, I like adding up money. That's kind of math I can do.
I like adding up money when I'm getting it. Now when it's other people.
That is true.
Turns out you rich.
Somebody else is rich. No, I agree on that. All right, we'll have some fun with that later on.